What if the greatest theft in history wasn't gold or diamonds, but your feminine power? The world has systematically dismantled women into fragments, convincing us to slice away the parts deemed too much. In this video, you'll discover the revolutionary framework that will help you reclaim your complete nature. You'll learn the 3 keys to feminine mastery that transform exhausted performance into authentic power. Keep watching to uncover why your unleashed feminine energy isn't just about liberating yourself, it's the exact medicine that this broken world is desperately craving for. From boardrooms to bedrooms, we've been taught to fragment ourselves, to be pretty but not vain, smart but not intimidating, ambitious but not aggressive, sensual but not sexual. This constant self-censorship is exhausting, isn't it? The statistics are devastating. The majority of women report feeling fundamentally disconnected from their authentic power. We've been severed from our wholeness, convinced that our worthiness lies in perfecting just one note of our symphony while muting the rest. But beneath the polished veneer of our carefully curated lives, something primordial stirs. This fragmentation is the silent killer of feminine power. When you elevate your mind but disconnect from your body, when you cultivate your appearance but silence your voice, when you harness your ambition but deny your intuition, you became a shadow of your potential. You're left performing femininity rather than embodying it, exhausted by maintaining these artificial boundaries within yourself. But consider this, throughout history, the women who truly changed the world weren't those who perfected one facet of their femininity. They were those who refused the fragmentation altogether. Cleopatra didn't just choose between becoming intellectually brilliant or sensually magnetic. She wielded both as equally valuable weapons in her arsenal. What I'm offering is nothing less than integrated feminine sovereignty, the revolutionary practice of refusing to splinter yourself for others' comfort. The first key to master is sensuality. Your body isn't just a vessel to transport your mind or an object to be visually consumed. It's the living temple of your feminine power. In traditional cultures, a woman's connection to her sensual nature wasn't considered separate from her power. It is understood as its foundation. The sacred hula wasn't merely performative. It was practice through which women embodied cosmic forces. To reclaim your sensuality, begin with this daily ritual. Stand before a mirror, naked if possible, with the reverence of a priestess attending her altar. Feel the warmth beneath your palms, the miracle of breath expanding your ribs. Whisper to each part of yourself, "You are not just acceptable, you are magnificent, you are necessary." Move beyond the visual fixation and awaken all your senses. Taste fully when you eat, without distraction or guilt. Touch textures with presence. Listen with your whole entire being. Scent the world like an animal, primal and unashamed. This sensory awakening reconnects neural pathways essential to your intuition and decision making. A woman connected to her body cannot be easily manipulated or convinced to betray herself. This is why your sensuality has been weaponized against you, not because it's a weakness, but because it's the foundation of a power that cannot be easily bent to others' will. The second key is strategy. The strategic mind of a woman isn't poor imitation of masculine thinking. It's a uniquely powerful force that weaves intuition with analysis. Your capacity to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously isn't indecisiveness. It's dimensional thinking. Your attention to relationship dynamics isn't a distraction from real work. It's intelligence about the invisible forces that determine outcomes. Consider Admiral Grace Hopper, who revolutionized computer science not by conforming to established thinking, but by bringing her uniquely feminine perspective to technology. To harness your strategic mind, each morning take 10 minutes to sit with your unfiltered thoughts. Document what connections you naturally make without censorship. Before each interaction, ask yourself, what is mine to carry here and what is not? Then keep a power journal where you record your unique approach to challenges. When you stop forcing your magnificent mind into containers too small for its nature, you don't become less effective, you become unstoppable. The third key is spirit. Deep beneath the carefully constructed identity you present to the world lies a wilder truth, the primal feminine spirit that connects you to forces larger than yourself. This is not the sanitized spirituality marked in pastel colors. This is the raw, sometimes terrifying connection to life's mysteries, to blood and birth, to death and renewal, to destruction that clears space for creation. In West African traditions, the priestesses of Yama, I think I'm saying that right, don't just worship the ocean goddess, they embody embody her. Their spiritual power isn't separate from their physical presence or their strategic role as community leaders. It's the source from which all of their aspects of their influence flow. To reclaim your spiritual nature, first create a daily sacred space for communion with your deepest self. Ask, what truth am I avoiding? What power am I afraid to claim? Practice energy hygiene by visualizing yourself surrounded by a luminous sphere of light that is permeable by your choice alone. Honor your fear of power as protective wisdom that gently moves beyond it. The greatest fear many women harbor isn't failure, but power itself. This fear isn't irrational. It's the ancestral memory of what happens to powerful women throughout history. And if you would like a deeper understanding on all of these 3 different keys, as well as just more information on all of the topics that I covered, I do have the full guide linked in the description box for you guys. I know that it can just get a little lengthy, so I try to keep these videos short and sweet. But as we complete this journey through the 3 keys of feminine mastery, remember that true power emerges not when perfected separately, but when woven together. This integration isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about reclaiming the medicine that only an uncompromised feminine presence can offer a world in desperate need of balance. Your journey towards embodying all aspects of your feminine nature isn't selfish. It's sacred service. In a culture that profits from your self-doubt, the most revolutionary act is to become whole. Which of these 3 keys resonates most powerfully for you right now? Share in the comments where you feel most called to begin your reclamation. If this message speaks to you, please like this video and subscribe to join our community of women walking this path of integration. Remember, Magnificent One, you weren't born to be dismantled into acceptable pieces. You were born to be whole, to be wild, to be fully embodied in your feminine power. The world doesn't just want this from you, it desperately needs it.